Zombies and video games are an eternal pairing, a powerhouse combo of gory storytelling and terrifying possibility that can be used to tell unforgettable stories within the medium. Zombies make marvelous antagonists, and they are plotting dark parodies of society's short-sightedness. So today, we'll dive into the world of new, upcoming zombie games that are set to release in 2024 and 2025. Dying Light, The Beast is a standalone zombie adventure set in a tightly crafted rural region. Play as Kyle Crane, a legendary hero who breaks free after years of brutal experiments. Now he must realize there's more at stake than just revenge.
Stay here, stand guard. On me. Bloody hell.
Contact!
Every man has an animal within. If you push too much, you might unleash the beast.
Retrieval is a sci-fi action-adventure survival horror game. Experience gripping gameplay, immersive storytelling, and rich character development as you unravel the mysteries of an alien planet.
We should have never asked. Always clawing at the surface like worms begging for food. The lack of understanding to push what we don't know when something should be left alone.
There's nothing we can do.
There is no end.
State of Decay 3 is an upcoming highly anticipated open-world survival game set years after a zombie apocalypse. Our task is to survive along with other people we meet, creating settlements, searching for supplies, and avoiding unwanted confrontations with the undead.
Make something greater than the fear and death that surrounded us. We found hope in each other.
Help! I'm surrounded. They're everywhere. There's way more than I was expecting.
And even if we bought the other survivors just one more day, the sacrifice would be worth it. It would always be worth it. And that helped us find the courage to keep going, to fight on. When we needed it the most.
No More Room in Hell 2 is a terrifying 8-player co-op action zombie horror game. Find your friends in the dark and survive in a dynamic, endlessly replayable zombie apocalypse. Killing Floor 3 is the next installment in the legendary action horror FPS series by S.T.A.L.K.E.R Interactive. Playing as members of Nightfall, a rebel group facing off against the Horizon Megacorp and their bioengineered monsters, the Zeds.
Hey, my name is Justin Miersch, lead
Projekt Z Beyond Order is an atmospheric first-person zombie co-op shooter set in World War II. Play as a diverse crew of survivors, each with their own unique abilities, to unravel the secrets of the Nazi-controlled island.
Unique abilities and roles in co-op, so every player can choose the character that best suits their playstyle. In Projekt Z, you are trying to escape the secret island Breitengrad 77, controlled by Colonel Walter, the villain in our alternative world. You start together in the Hideout, a central hub in the game where you can accept missions, buy, sell and customize weapons, as well as upgrade your character. But that's not all. You also have the option to design your hideout according to your preferences along with your friends, provided that you have found enough resources and blueprints during missions or in free roam mode. We have also put a special emphasis on adding weapons and attachments that existed as prototypes or concepts whenever possible. This gives our alternate universe a fresh twist and offers you the opportunity to constantly discover something new. Plus, it gives you a range of weapons to kill zombies with. Projekt Z will launch on Steam, Xbox and PlayStation, so wishlist the game today and follow our social channels for all the latest Projekt Z news.
Welcome to Liberty Falls.
Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is the 21st installment in a popular and long-running series of first-person shooter story campaigns set in the early 1990s.
I'm still in one piece.
We can also pick from the multiplayer
I
mode
need you
and
to
the
look for
zombie mode.
survivors. Subdue any threats. Help me save this town. Be advised, we lost contact with 3 of our scientists in town trying to stop the outbreak. Find them, bring them home. We need brain power as much as firepower. pushing. We need to find out what caused all this, even if it turns out it was us.
John Carpenter's Toxic Commando is a post-apocalyptic FPS inspired by John Carpenter's movies. The players control titular commandos, hunting a monster, turning people into zombies.
Buddy half-asses it this time. Ruby.
Ugh. On my mark. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2, Heart of Chornobyl is an upcoming hybrid of an FPS, an immersive scene in a survival horror game. We can again visit the dark and dangerous post-nuclear world of the zone around the titular Ukrainian nuclear plant, dealing with mutants, anomalies and bandits.
І бачимо, що вся станція кишить зомбарями. В даному випадку нам дуже в нагоді. Зброя з гарною оптикою. О, і тут контролер. Тож нам треба як можна скоріше добігти до контролера і покінчити з ним. А кожна його атака підвищує рівень псі-радіації і повільно нас збиває.
У «Сталкері» другому угрупування іноді можуть змінити свого голову, іноді вони можуть розколотися, іноді вони можуть робити щось, що буде здаватися гравцю, ну це взагалі не відповідає їх ідеології, як і у реальному житті, де люди, навіть коли ідеологічно здаються один одному дуже близькими, потім виявляється, що є якісь моменти, які їх повністю розділяють на якісь там нові угрупування.
В оригінальній трилогії було приділено небагато уваги побуту людей у зоні, тому ми це реалізували у другій частині гри. І тепер кожна з угрупувань є певна особливість при облаштуванні свого постійного притулку. Наприклад, вільні сталкери вважають за краще навіть у своїх постійних виборах залишатися на самоті або в невеликих групах. Долг так само прихильний до військової дисципліни і порадку, але найяскравішим, мабуть, є колись населений таборі Монолиту.
Projekt LLL is an upcoming third-person AAA open-world online shooter from NCSoft that blends MMO and shooter. Players will interface with an expansive world filled with epic battles within a vast and dynamic environment. Beautiful Light is a tactical first-person extraction shooter that puts a strong emphasis on immersion, horror, and tactical gameplay. The game is designed to push players to their limits and test their abilities in a thrilling experience with a steep learning curve. S.T.A.L.K.E.R is a highly anticipated FPP action game with a survival horror theme. Step into the sinister settlement, face a growing horror, and uncover the unsettling truth behind his descent into madness. Blight Survival is a high-stake action horror game set in a brutal medieval world with a plague of undead in the background. Fight against mortals and monsters in a desperate attempt to reach and destroy the source of the blight.
I've always wanted to fly.
Directive 8020 is a cinematic horror game that blends intense survival gameplay with meaningful choices and a branching storyline. Members of the spaceship Cassiopeia end up on an alien planet with a dangerous predator hunting them and taking their shapes. Nakwon Lost Paradise is a third-person action survival game by Mint Rocket. Explore extraction survival and gather resources from PvPvE City, where zombies and survivors coexist to survive in this new societal structure. God Save Birmingham is a zombie apocalypse survival game set in 14th century Birmingham, England. The early access version will focus on a sandbox mode utilizing a small portion of the town. The full town will be available at official release, with a campaign mode coming later to complete the experience. Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days is an action-adventure game with survival elements, which is a spin-off after the Into the Dead series. We play the role of an ordinary man who, along with others like him, fights for survival in a world overrun by the living dead. Echoes of the Living is a survival horror inspired by early Resident Evil and Silent Hill games. We play as two people trying to escape a city overtaken by hordes of zombies, mutated animals, and other nightmarish creatures.
A journey to Savor.
Neo Berlin 2087 is a unique third- and first-person action role-playing game and a deep, cinematic detective thriller that takes place in a dark future vision of Berlin. Solve a far-reaching conspiracy on an emotional cyberpunk journey about justice, friendship, love, guilt, sacrifice, and betrayal. Bad to Bad Apocalypse is an open-world survival role-playing game that tells the story of Delta Team and his comrades as they work to rebuild a world devastated by humans and their race turned into zombies. Karma, The Dark World is a first-person cinematic psychological thriller set in a dystopian world where the Leviathan Corporation is omnipresent. The time is 1984, the place is East Germany, and the things are not quite what they seem.
Trouble at Rome, Agent. Looks like there's more to it. Just before you arrested me, I got attacked. That monster. That thing. It took my leg. I didn't think it would show up again.
I don't understand what you're saying. Mother, requesting brain dive.
No, wait! Please, I beg you, I don't want to go through this again!
Tales is a story-driven third-person action game set in a dark, alternative world between World War I and World War II. Harness unique powers, customize your arsenal, and navigate haunting Gothic landscapes.
Yeah.